Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into an explainer on a piece of source material that has just absolutely taken the internet by storm. Now, on the surface, you might look at this and think it's just another fleeting joke, right? Just a quick viral post you chuckle at and keep scrolling. But if you actually look a bit closer, it's so much more. It is honestly a full-blown critical manifesto of modern domestic life. It's a fascinating text that really demands some serious sociological analysis because it hits the nail on the head when it comes to capturing the unspoken reality of an entire generation. So we're going to break down this viral phenomenon, the sofa sovereign, a manifesto for the idle elite. We'll explore the cultural tensions, the brilliant psychological defense mechanisms, and how it literally rebrands perceived failure into an act of supreme royalty. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. The Great Domestic Conflict. Okay, let's dive into this. Every great piece of literature, every enduring manifesto, is born from conflict. And our text zeroes in on this eternal battleground, the incredibly intense, high-stakes standoff between parents and youth happening right in the living room. It's a clash of generations, of expectations, and of course, economic realities. And it all kicks off with this relentless daily grievance. Lying at home all day, do something, find a job. If you listen closely, you can literally hear the sheer frustration echoing through those words, right? This isn't just a simple request. It is a heavy, emotionally charged artillery shell that gets fired across the living room every single morning. And this specific parental grievance, that's the catalyst for the entire movement. It's the inciting incident. Without this constant pressure cooker of a domestic environment, without this exact phrase being hurled day in and day out, the sofa sovereign wouldn't even need to exist. It's this exact pressure that forces our subjects to mount a grand defense.
Section 2. The 36 Crore Warriors.
So instead of crumbling under the weight of all those parental expectations, the subjects of our text do something absolutely fascinating. They execute a brilliant psychological pivot. They don't apologize. They don't make excuses. Actually, scratch that. They completely reframe their entire identity. They elevate their status from unemployed youth to members of a massive, highly organized resistance movement. 360 million. The text boldly claims there are 36 crore individuals in this very specific demographic. And by throwing out this staggering number, the authors achieve something absolutely crucial. They completely erase the isolation of unemployment. Because think about it, when you're just one person sitting on a couch being scolded, you kind of feel like a failure. But when you are one of 360 million, well then you're an army. This brilliantly rebrands lounging youths as brave warriors. They aren't lazy. They are soldiers in this vast, silent domestic army, standing shoulder to shoulder or, lounging cushion to cushion across millions of households.
Section 3. The Sofa Fortress Strategy.
And this brilliantly illustrates the tactical side of things. Every grand army needs a stronghold, right? A place to mount their defense and weather the storm of enemy attacks. And for these 360 million warriors, that stronghold is highly specific. It is the living room sofa. But importantly, this isn't just lounging around. It's framed as a strategic maneuver against the chaos of the external world. The outside world is painted as this place of pointless struggle, where you literally just go out to get pushed around and add to the heavy national traffic. But the inside world? By choosing to stay inside on their sofa fortresses, these warriors construct the ultimate, unassailable rationalization. They are actually doing a public service. By not commuting, by not joining the rat race, they are graciously reducing the nation's traffic congestion. It is a breathtaking leap of logic for sure, but it perfectly highlights how the human mind can creatively reframe absolute idleness into an act of patriotic sacrifice.
Section 4. The Real Scrolling Kingdom.
Now, if the sofa is the fortress, then the space it occupies is the kingdom. But traditional metrics of success, a salary, a corner office, a stock portfolio, those just do not apply here. Maintaining this newly established domestic kingdom comes at a really steep price, because no war is fought without casualties, and this domestic war is certainly no different. The text explicitly outlines the heavy toll exacted upon our brave warriors, gravely describing the daily casualties as the morning and evening sticks of scolding and taunts from the family. It is a relentless two-pronged daily assault. The warriors literally have to brace themselves for this verbal crossfire the moment they wake up and then again as the sun goes down. It's a profound acknowledgement that this lifestyle, it is not for the faint of heart. Holding the sofa fortress requires immense psychological resilience just to withstand this daily barrage.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is understanding exactly how they justify this entire setup. Like, what does the ultimate balance sheet of the sofa sovereign actually look like? Well, yes, the pocket is empty. They entirely concede that economic reality. But the returns are unmatched. The sleep is peaceful. The primary activity of scrolling through short-form video reels is conducted with absolute authority. And the ultimate status, it's described as having the swag of a king. They possess this swagger and a dominance in their digital realm that honestly, no traditional job could ever offer. They have actively traded financial capital for unparalleled peace of mind and digital sovereignty. It's a deliberate lifestyle choice where inner peace and of course the right to endlessly scroll are valued way higher than a paycheck.
Section 5. A unified call to arms.
As we reach the conclusion of the text, this piece stops being just an observation and it really transforms into a passionate rallying cry. Having laid out the struggles, the taunts, and those unmatched royal perks of the sofa lifestyle, the tone shifts dramatically. It initiates this powerful demand for solidarity among the ranks of the 360 million. It passionately urges its followers with a final plea. Don't be shy, show we are together in this universal story. It's directly addressing those who are still holding their ground on the sofa. You know, the ones who have just endured a morning scolding and are really feeling the sting of those family taunts. It demands that they abandon their shame. It recognizes that the guilt of unemployment can be incredibly isolating, so it demands they proudly unite. It takes the individual experience of getting yelled at by your parents and reframes it into this grand, shared epic occurring in living rooms across the globe.
And that brings us to the ultimate call to action. The authors are asking their warriors to identify themselves, to proudly claim their sovereign status by dropping a laughing emoji. It's such a brilliant way to validate the shared domestic experience. So I want to leave you with this provocative final thought. Are you currently holding the line at the sofa fortress? Are you out there bravely reducing national traffic while facing down the daily taunts? If this movement speaks to your reality, I challenge you to shed your shame, step into your royal swagger, and let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining this explainer, and we will catch you next time.